discussions. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our back to school edition of Chamber Cafe. I'm Lisa Workman with the Fergus Falls Chamber, and I'm thrilled that you've decided to start your day with us today. I guarantee you, whether you are a student or not, you will learn something new today. So again, welcome to our Chamber Cafe. I like to check this out every once in a while. How many of you have, this is your first Chamber Cafe you've ever been to? Oh, well, all right, now we'll ask the same question. How many of you have been to Chamber Cafe in the past? All right, so this is awesome. So we've got a great group of mentors for you to help you follow along and keep on your toes for Chamber Cafe. You're going to hear from some great speakers today. Each of them will have about 3 minutes. And at 2.5 minutes, they'll get the yellow flag. At the end of the time, they get the red flag. Chris Schulke is probably going to want to buy some time from you, so feel free to sell it at a hefty price. Right, Chris?
Don't you dare.
So it's our way to keep things moving along smoothly. So now you understand what the flags are. But first, before we get into our introductions, I want to share with you a few things that the Chamber has going on. So we too are going back to school, and we are offering a couple different classes for our members and for the general public. We've got a 2-set series of digital marketing workshops this month. These are going to be hands-on workshops where you bring your tablet, your laptop, and work on your organization's digital marketing. 4T Creative and Ryan Tungseth are hosting the class on September 17th and on September 24th. So it's a 2-part class, very affordable. You can register online for that. Also coming up this month, we are having three Meet the Candidates events, and that's a record for us. That's a huge shout out to everyone who has offered to serve our community, either through City Council, Mayor of Fergus Falls, Ottertail County Commissioners, and we are also doing them for the State House of Representatives, District 9A. So again, those are on our calendar. Those are always at 4:30 p.m. 2 of them will be at the Bigwood Event Center, and those will be the Mayor and City Council forums. And then for Ottertail County Commissioners and for State Representative, we'll be at Lakes Country Service Cooperative. That location is also the location for our November Chamber Cafe, so keep that in mind as well. And then in addition to that, like I mentioned, we're going back to school. We are offering a course or a workshop and a panel of experts on outsourcing. So we know that workforce challenges are one of the biggest hurdles our employers face in growing, and sometimes you can't find that right person. We can help you find that right company or that right business or that right expert that you can hire through outsourcing. So that workshop is on September 26th and at Lakes Country Service Cooperative. In fact, you can plan to spend the entire day there because we have our Meet the Candidates later in the afternoon there. So again, we love working with partners in the community, whether it's the Bigwood, M-State, Lakes Country Service Cooperative, and many others that are helping us help our members solve some of these problems and issues that we have in the community. Coming up the following month, it's the Career Expo. Can you read this from there? Maybe not, right? Our College and Career Expo is at Fergus Falls High School, but the cool thing about it is that there are about 1,000 students from a total of 1,000 students that attend this event, about several hundred of them coming from area schools. So we host, as the Chamber, Mary's giving me the numbers, I can't count that high.
Over 400.
Over 400 students from other communities.
9 communities.
Awesome. Over 400 students, plus the Fergus Falls students, attend the College and Career Expo. And as a Chamber, our role is we put together the trade show. So think of some fun games that you can play with students, have some displays that tell them a little bit about the career opportunities that are available. If you're hiring now, bring applications, you're welcome to hand those out. But again, we want to make sure that the students, starting in 9th grade, know of the great career opportunities that are available right here in their own backyard. So please register for the College and Career Expo. We've made it simple. Grab the postcard. There's a QR code that you can scan on the back. Make it super simple and easy. And finally, our last back to school is we have applications now being accepted for the class of 2025 Ignite Community Leadership Program. We ran a pilot program earlier this year, and our attendees thought it was fantastic. They thought, wow, how amazing is this? And so the Chamber has been working on this for a while. The class of 2025 will start in January. They will graduate in May. We are accepting applications to participate until Halloween. And as Chamber members, the tuition is discounted by $500. So we encourage you to apply. Now you're probably wondering, well, what is this? Ignite Community Leadership. It's not about campfires, but maybe it could be. But what we're looking to do is ignite or jumpstart new leaders or even existing leaders in our community. So during the course of these classes, participants will be picking up leadership skills from local experts. We've been partnering with the great staff through workforce development through M-State. So we've got some awesome educators that are coming in. Then we also connect you with community leaders and organizations in our community so that you feel like you're part of what's going on in the Fergus Falls area, so that you understand a little bit more about our education system that's here in Fergus Falls, that you learn a little bit more about the county, the history. It's fabulous community connections plus leadership skills. So if you yourself would like to attend, please pick up the brochure. You can check out our website. Or if you have folks in your organization that you think might be a fit for that, please encourage them to apply. If you have questions about it, our staff is more than happy to help answer those questions for our Ignite Community Leadership Program. So, back, I would say probably many, many years ago, 100? No, maybe like 20 years ago, I participated in the Chamber's former program. We brought it back to life, and we encourage you to get involved with that. So, I've taken more than my 3 minutes. We're going to do some introductions, and I think I can pass the microphone around. And let's give a big hand to the M-State crew for hosting us this morning. Each and every year we come back to school at M-State for Chamber Cafe, which we love coming here. It's such a fabulous facility. But in addition to a great facility, they do an awesome job educating students and lifelong learners. And there are so many opportunities to connect with M-State. I hope that you pursue those or get in touch with Carrie or the staff here when you have questions on those kind of things. But isn't it fun to kind of look back at high school and, we fondly remember those the mascots and that type of thing. And then, like others have noted, so many from North Dakota, we recruit the best and brightest to right here in Fergus Falls, so I think we're pretty lucky here. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Carrie to share some news about M-State.
All right, good morning, yes, and welcome to the Fergus Falls campus of M-State. Delighted to have you here. I've been proudly serving as the president now since 2018. I'm starting my third contract, and I've been at the college since I was a student, really, and it came from Ortonville, Minnesota, as we talked about earlier, and then have worked here for, I think I'm in my 27th year working here, so it's a pretty great place to be. Lisa doesn't give me the flag, but I also know we have lots of people to talk, and Jackie's going to talk to you too from M-State, so I'll get going. But in addition to here, I always start with our basics. We have 3 other campuses in Wadena, Detroit Lakes, and Moorhead. We serve a couple thousand students in 45 plus high schools across the state of Minnesota, and then we do a lot of work in non-credit instruction. We just talked about it at our table this morning, all the cool things happening there. So we still have the opportunity to serve and teach about 14,000 students a year at this college. So we're fairly large, and we do a lot of great work in this region. Really proud of the team's effort. This year I'm excited to share that we are up pretty significantly in enrollment, and what's exciting about that, of course, it's always great to be up in enrollment, especially after the downturn of years and years and years. But lots of exciting things. I heard from the Fergus Falls High School that their numbers of students just choosing two-year colleges is up significantly, so we are no longer the best kept secret. Not only are our trades programs up, but we're also seeing increases in our liberal arts and science degrees, because as much as we love people going into the trades, into healthcare, we also need lawyers and doctors and everything, teachers. We need people who also get bachelor's degrees, and We are seeing students come back to the college to choose us for a variety of reasons, but one of them is still cost. We are a lower cost option for students, and we see lots of local students making the choice to come back to campus. That's the other thing about our enrollment that's exciting for folks, is that the enrollment growth is on our campuses, not online. So we've kind of leveled out online, and we're seeing students want to come back to a connection, to a place, to people, to being around others and having an experience. So all the things, our parking lots are fuller than they've been for many years, and it's an exciting place to be. So a couple just quick things about the campus and what we do here. You may know, but Jackie's going to talk a little bit about the financial support we provide to students. Not only are we lower cost in tuition and fees, but of course we offer a lot of support for students. But what you might not know is Alicia and her team and others have done a tremendous amount of work in textbook costs. So if anybody remembers buying textbooks, it was ridiculous, and it still is ridiculous. And we have some instructors who still use textbooks, but many of our classes are moving to Z degrees or Z classes, basically meaning no textbook costs. So we average about $2,000 a year in savings for students just in not having to buy textbooks anymore. And then we do a lot with emergency loans, and we start the process with our students. When they first enroll, we ask them about their life and other things outside of M-State. So you probably know we have food pantries on every campus, we have social workers, full-time social workers at the college, we have a lot of things to connect students to resources in the community. Since January, we've distributed 6,000 pounds of food to our students, and there have been 1,500 visits just on this campus to our food pantry since January. So that's how many times our students, I saw a student with bags of groceries yesterday, are using the food pantry. So that's just one example of things that when maybe we went to college were not available, that we are expected and are honored to be able to provide for our students. We were really excited this year to partner with the Chamber. For the first time ever, our students got on buses and did a tour of Fergus Falls. What we hear from students is they can live in our housing for 2 years and not even know about downtown. They don't know where the YMCA is. They certainly don't know we have an otter statue. They don't really know because they go from the college to Walmart to back to housing to the college. That's kind of their triangle of the world in which they live. Some don't have vehicles, so that's one of the things that they're pretty limited, their experiences on campus. So this year we partnered with the Chamber, brought all of our golf, volleyball, and football players around campus or around the community. And I just want to thank for those of you who were involved in that. I think they had a blast. They loved the otter. I mean, there were things that I thought they might think were silly, and they loved it. So thank you for welcoming them. I think, especially with our football team, their size, just their backgrounds, their identities, it's a little bit like, oh my gosh, what's going on in Fergus Falls today when we plot them in the middle of the community, but they had a great time, so thank you for that. So just as I wrap up, a few updates about the Fergus Falls campus specifically. We do have housing, so we do have quite a few students living here, and I did work the day when the football players and volleyball players checked in. So many tears of moms who are literally coming here, flying here from New Orleans and all over this country to drop their child off sight unseen in Fergus Falls. So the love and welcoming that you're all giving them it means a lot to us, but it means a lot to their families too. I mean, you think about, for some of you maybe have dropped children off that far away, but probably visited the campus, knew a little bit about the community. These folks are coming in, these families are coming in, dropping these students off and trusting us to take care of them, and I appreciate that that's a community effort, and we take a lot of pride in that. But on this campus, we added the echocardiography program last fall. It's a destination program. It's doing very well with enrollment, but it's also referred to as cardiovascular sonography. We have our first 9 students going out to clinicals this semester. So that's a destination program. We're looking at other healthcare programs, but we currently have 80 students interested in the program for the next semester. So it's a big deal. We also offer nursing, MLT, and phlebotomy. And then last year, we also relocated the early childhood program from the Detroit Lakes campus to Fergus Falls, and that program is doing well here, where we're training students to go into early childhood education, to become teachers, or to run their own child care facility. Athletics is in full swing. Homecoming is October 5th, so we would encourage you to come out here and join us. There is a little program on the back for volleyball and football and golf, and then the fine arts performances are coming up as well. So I was sent that I should tell you, The empty bowls will take place on April 24th of next year, because that's such a popular event, people like to mark their calendars well in advance. We do have, our housing units are full, we have a waiting list, and so I put that plug out there. If you are someone that has housing availability for students, they would prefer to be on campus, but we have students who can't come here right now because they don't have a place to live for a short period of time until we have something open up. So we have to figure that out. That's a place we've not been for years, and so we're kind of having those conversations again. So all that to say, I could talk for a really long time about the work that's happening out here, but the people who show up here could work anywhere. We are really pleased to say that the jobs we have available are getting way more applicants than we had for years and years and years. And I believe that to be because we do purpose-driven work. Every day we see the impacts of our efforts on the students who a lot of people didn't believe in high school or have life stories that would really, I just saw one last week, a student called me on Thursday night and told me his life story, and I'll tell you, you would think it had to be made up. Because that's how many bad things have happened to this student, and yet he's still grinding, still showing up, still doing all the things he needs to do to make a better life for himself and his family. So we get to do great work out here. We have an incredible team of people who chooses to be here when they could be anywhere, and we invite you, as Lisa said, to call us anytime. If there's anything we can do to help you be better at what you do every day, we're happy to sit down at a table and try to solve a community problem with all of you. So thanks for being here. It's going to be a great year.
And we're thankful that Dr. Brimhall chooses to be here as well, as she's a great leader for our campus and our community, and we appreciate her. Again, I'm Jackie Maker with the Fergus Area College Foundation, and there's so much that I could talk with you about. Our college is supported by two foundations. Fergus Area College Foundation focuses here on the Fergus Falls campus, but we have a sister foundation that focuses on Wadena, Detroit Lakes, and Moorhead. And we find different ways to collaborate together, but the main thing is we're focused on each community, lifting them up, lifting up the students that we serve, and just making it a great opportunity for people. As Carrie said, we have homecoming coming up on October 5th, and we recently have been shared by a generous alum that they have pledged $100,000 towards our athletic fields improvement project. And with that, they're challenging the community and other alums to raise an additional $100,000. We have about 150 raised so far, and we're inviting alumni to come back on October 5th to see the fields, take in the volleyball games, the football games, tailgating, and then we'll do some socials afterwards. And so I love seeing those welcome Spartan signs out. And if you want to leave them out through October 5th, especially, that would be great, or get them out again. We're on a little bit of a short notice. We hope that next year we'll be planning further in advance to be doing something like this and bringing people to the community, and just want you to be aware of that. As Carrie said, we do a lot of work with scholarships for students here on the Fergus campus. A couple of years ago, President Brimhall asked if we would offer automatic tiered scholarships to every student that comes to the Fergus Falls campus. And so any student that comes in with a 2.5 or higher GPA gets a guaranteed tiered scholarship through our foundation. So it's all done by donors. It's not part of the college program itself. We do that as the foundation. And then we still offer leadership scholarships on top of that. And as she said, that we do emergency services. We take in donations for the food pantry. It's just a plethora of things that we do. And we are passionate about supporting the fine arts and the athletics. And so I encourage you to pick up the programs and see when the athletics are happening. It is really fun to watch these college athletes. They're very talented. I know we have at least 2 football players from last year that are playing in the Division I football this year, and so it's a great place to see them starting out, and then you can follow their careers going forward. And I think that I'm going to wrap it up with that. If you have any questions, always come and see me. Thank you.
Good morning. As I said earlier, my name is Brenda Thompson, and I'm the Senior District Executive for Scouting, so just wanted to give you a couple updates on what's going on with Scouting. So we are undergoing a rebrand, and effective February 8th of 2025, we'll be known as Scouting America. So that name is more inclusive. I'm sure all of you guys know that girls are a part of our program. So Cub Scouts are girls and boys kindergarten through 5th grade, and then our troop level, we have boy troops and we have girl troops. We don't have a girl troop here in Fergus Falls yet, but we have one in Perham, and we have one in Carlos, and in Osakis, and it's just a matter of time until Fergus Falls has one. We do have a recruiting event coming up next week right here in town. It'll be at the YMCA, and it'll be on Wednesday, September 18th. I had to look down to double check to make sure I said the right date. There's a lot of recruiting events going on in the area right now. So if you know somebody who lives in another community and they're looking for a scouting unit, we do have a website. It is bascout.org, and all you have to do is enter your zip code, and then it'll give you the units in the immediate area. Also, we have a Facebook page. It is Prairie Fire District. That's the name of the area that you are sitting in right now. And all of those local recruiting events are on there. You just have to click on the events tab. So for example, tonight we're recruiting in Appleton. I doubt you know anybody in Appleton, but we're recruiting in Appleton tonight. We're recruiting in Wheaton on Thursday. So there's just a whole slew of recruiting events coming up. I just want to thank the school district. So they allow us to go in and talk with the kids. The Girl Scout person comes with me, and we'll be doing that on Monday. And each of the kids will get one of these flyers. I did put them on the table, so if you want to take one, hang it up at your business. Let your employees know about it. On the back is the calendar for the Cub Scouts here in Fergus Falls. So you can see all of the fun things that they do. The Cub Scouts do meet at OLV. It's kind of nice that we have that partnership with them too. The troop here in town meets at Living Faith Church. So if you have any questions or you need a connection with Scout Unit, you can go ahead and give me a call. My information is on the Chamber website. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. As I said, I'm Jeanette Hollingsworth with the YMCA. Thank you, Lisa, and the Chamber for hosting today, and thank you, Dr. Broomhall and M-State for hosting us specifically here. On July 1st, following a unanimous vote from board members of both the Fergus Falls Y and the YMCA of Cass and Clay counties, which had already transitioned to YMCA of the Northern Sky, we incorporated 105 employees over to the new merged association under the theme Better Together. We are now one of 3 branches in a $26 million association with the goal of strengthening our impact in the community and providing better services and facilities for our over 15,000 members, 5,000 of which are here in the Fergus Falls area. This past summer in Fergus Falls, we served over 120 children in our summer day camp, about 300 kids in our swim lesson program, and that includes in-house and outreach lessons across Otter Tail County. We started a middle school basketball program and offered a free-to-members pickleball lesson program. Potential members had a small fee. We continue to be a hub for open pickleball and look forward to adding a league and a tournament this winter. Before we completed the merger, our association extended the existing Wool food program to Fergus Falls, and over the summer, our food program team gave out over 10,000 meals to kids who would otherwise not have enough over the weekend. Flag football, swim lessons, Lego club, Nerf night, and after-school childcare are some of the many programs that are well underway this fall. Another round of Women on Weights starts in 2 weeks. We have added more yoga options and a pound class, which is a full-body cardio session inspired by the energizing playing of drums. So they use modified drumsticks within the workout. If you're looking for motivation to get back in the fitness routine, now is the time to join our Strong Challenge. This is a free 6-week wellness challenge starting on Monday and will help you start fresh or recommit to your health. It's online and available to everyone. not just our members. Our members, however, also have free access to hundreds of virtual classes through our YMCA 360 program, and these include classes from strength training to nutrition help to working out with your kiddos. On those snowy winter days, that could be a lifesaver. Our next community-wide event is our annual Halloween night that is free to the community, and it's on October 5th. Finally, we continue to support the city and school district as an election site, and the American Red Cross sponsored blood drive a couple of times a year. There is one underway right now in our facility today and through tomorrow morning. Please give if you can. Happy school year, and we'll see you at the Y.
Morning. Well, we're friends again. I'm Bearded Dad. So we do laser engraving, hat, shirts, apparel, all the gifts and smalls, gifts and promotionals that organizations and businesses need for customer relations and growing your brand. We also have our brand, Bearded Dad, and Lisa was saying on the track last night because we're out at events, doing events all the time to grow our brand. Our goal is to be a national brand under our Red Cross style. That's my long term, but in the meantime, I also want to work with all the local groups to help you grow your brand. So I'm Bearded Dad, beardeddad.com. Easy to find. Shoot me an email, reach out, and hopefully we can work together. Thanks, guys.
Good morning. I'm Jeannie Jensen, and I would like to talk about two things today. First of all, I'm here representing Fergus Falls Concert Association as the president of the board. On your table, there are a couple of very colorful flyers. The blue flyer is our newsletter that we send out every year. So if you are not familiar with the Fergus Falls Concert Association, all the information that you need to know is right here. We have been in existence in Fergus Falls since 1938, and I think that's a great accomplishment. It was started by a group of volunteers, and we still are run by a group of 20 volunteers who serve on our board. We have this brochure outlines the concert series that we have coming up this year. There are 6 concerts that we have in Fergus Falls. Some of them are at the Kennedy Secondary School, and some of them are at Life Church. In addition to the concerts in Fergus, we also have a reciprocity agreement with the concert associations in Alexandria, Wadena, and Sauk Center. And if you're interested in going to a concert in one of those communities, all you have to do is show up with your membership card from Fergus Falls Concert Association, and you're admitted to those concerts as well. So it's an excellent opportunity. We are very grateful through the years for all of our co-sponsors as well as all of our patrons who help support us financially so that we can offer these world-class concerts for a very reasonable cost for anybody in the Fergus Falls area. So this year, I want to also promote this pink flyer. I know a number of our concert association members like to go out and have dinner before the concert and make an evening of it. So there are 4 restaurants that we have partnered with, and if you go to Don Pablo's or Socials or Mabel Murphy's or to Union Avenue Bar and Eatery, all of those places have a promotion so that it's a win-win. We want to offer something extra for our concert association members, but we also like the idea of supporting our local restaurants. I've also sent these flyers to our counterparts in our reciprocity towns And so when they come to a concert, hopefully they will make an evening of it in Fergus Falls. So please look at the information. There is information on here about how you can become a member. I also have tickets with me if you would like to see me and become a member today. So the other thing I want to call to your attention that you have on your table is a flyer promoting the school board candidate forum that will be held right here in Legacy Hall next Thursday evening. And this forum is being sponsored by American Association of University Women, as well as the Sociology Department here at M-State. There are 9 candidates running for school board this year. Only one of those 9 is a current incumbent. So there will be at least 2 new school board members. Out of the 9, we will be electing 3 new school board members. So come to the forum, find out about who's running, find out about their values and how they align with yours, so that you can become an informed voter in November when you're voting on the school board candidates. So again, next Thursday, the 19th. So please take a flyer with you, take it to your business, share it with other people in your office so that we can have a lot of informed voters come and learn about our school board candidates. I'm done. Thank you.
I'm just going to go rogue here, I guess. But Cameron Rittenauer with Comstocks and Truxton. Lisa, thank you for reminding me to say I'm also a part of the chamber board as well. I'm an auditor, like I said, and I also played football for the Spartans, so go Spartans. After graduating from the University of Minnesota Morris, I ended up taking a 13-year sabbatical from Fergus Falls, and I made my way back. I'm proud to be back in Fergus for the last 5 years. I get to be with family. What a great community. I love watching it grow. Going on to Comstock, I do business development for them and client relations. So basically, I support the client from the start of the project to the very end. It's kind of like that second point of contact. So rolling into Comstock, what do? We do service, civil, and commercial. So we'll start with commercial. Basically, this room right here, we built this one. We built Rothsay School, DGF, Lincoln School Phase 1. The Lagoon project is going on right now. The city of Fergus Falls, Phase 1 and 2 for the riverfront. A bunch of businesses in town here in the last couple of years. And then so again, the civil, De Lagoon, and then we also do service. So Comstock is your one-stop shop for anything from an annual inspection on your building. Just go around, take pictures, give you guys a brochure, a pamphlet explaining what you might want to work on in the next 5 years or so on your building. And then all the way to a $100 million school. So start to stop. Thank you guys.
How many years?
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, Comstock, this is our 100th year anniversary. Yeah. Thank you. I might pull this up.
Good morning. Sorry, a little shorter. Good morning. I'm Olivia with Someplace Safe. I'm a crime victim advocate in the office in Fergus. Someplace Safe was founded back in 1979 as a domestic violence women's shelter on Bancroft Avenue. We have now grown into 9 counties and 11 offices, and we just recently opened our newest office in Pelican Rapids. We also have 5 parenting time centers across our 9 counties and 3 thrift stores. In awareness of domestic violence, October is the Awareness Month. We are hosting 3 events. Our first one is going to be our self-defense class, which will be at the Community Education Center. We will be partnering with the Fergus Falls PD for this. It's going to be October 9th at 6 p.m. You know, we'll have water, granola bars, and it's always a fun time. We have a really good crowd that's coming out. Our second event we are going to be having is our VFW Bingo Raffle, which will be at the local Fergus VF. And that will be October 12th at 1 p.m. We're gonna have a bunch of different raffles and bingo, all good fun prizes, and drinks and fun like that. We'll have a cash bar, I believe. Our last event that we are gonna be doing for awareness of domestic violence is our Perks fundraiser, which we're partnering with Perks, all locations, so Battle Lake, Fergus. And if you mention someplace safe during your purchase, a part of that purchase will be donated back to someplace safe. We appreciate your guys' continued support throughout the community. With us being here for so long, I'm sure we've all kind of crossed paths. There's always new faces. We always love meeting new faces, new businesses, and being a part and seeing what we can provide for you guys. Thank you guys for letting me talk, and have a great day.
Good morning, I'm Nancy Porzio. I own Coors Closet and Home, and coming up on my first year of ownership. It was kind of a big step for me. I was retired and getting a little bored, so I decided to buy a business, which in a field that I've never been in. So it's been fun learning how to do this. I really enjoy the business. I am a consignment store, a women's consignment store. And I've met so many nice people bringing in their clothes and shopping, and it's given me a whole new meaning. So I appreciate it. It's good for me, and I think it's good for the community. I'm making some changes in the store. I was started by Dawn Saxton about 9 years ago, and when she decided to sell, I decided to buy, and I kind of stepped into it, so to speak. And I'm now making some changes, looking at the future, what I want to do. I'm going to be looking at some senior discounts and some student discounts, get both ends of the spectrum. I'm also, looking at big sales. I'm coming up on the 1-year anniversary, so I'm looking at a big promotion. I'll hope that the chamber will help me to promote that. I'd like to say that what's unique about my business, I think, is that all of my profits will be going to scholarships for students. I retired, so I have pensions. I would like to give back to the community. So I'm working with my CPA to decide how to do that. I was interested to hear about the foundation because it might be a way we can work together. But I'm really interested in seeing young people, especially women, going into some of the more technical fields. I see a need for that. So I'd like to see if I can find a way to kind of put my scholarships to use that way. So we'll be working on that as I come up on my first year. The CPA said to wait a year and see if I actually do make money, and I think I am. So I'll keep you informed of that, and watch the chamber newsletter and the post, because I'll be asking them to help me with that too. So thank you very much.
Good morning, Jeff Drake, Superintendent, Fergus Falls Public Schools. And before I give you a school update, I just want to put a little plug in for an event coming up on Monday, September 30th from 5 to 6 p.m. at the Roosevelt Community Ed facility. They will be hosting an informational meeting on the Boys and Girls Club. So Boys and Girls Club has a very effective operation out of Detroit Lakes and also Perham. And they are exploring, our community is exploring whether Fergus Falls would support a Boys and Girls Club here as well. So again, Monday, September 30th, 5 to 6 p.m., Roosevelt Education Building, Community Ed. On to the school stuff. It would be hard for me to imagine a better start to the Fergus Falls Public School District school year. Our enrollment, K-12, is up nearly 10%, which is awesome. We opened Lincoln Phase 2, which now houses kindergarten. It's got a poured rubber surface playground on it to allow inclusivity for all students. That allowed us to move 5th grade out of KSS to a more developmentally appropriate 4th and 5th grade pairing at Cleveland. And then Adams and McKinley are housing grades 1, 2, and 3. A year ago, I was at this podium saying that academically, Fergus Falls Public School District was arguably 2nd or 3rd in the region for our MCA scores. We're not 3rd anymore. We're not 2nd anymore. We are number 1. thank the hard work of our staff and the performance of our students. Our students were #1 in math, #1 in science, and second only to Battle Lake in reading. So really, really proud of those results. Compared to state averages, our students were 16% above the state average in math, 13% above the state average in reading, and 19% above the state average in science. Last spring, we brought a new school proposal, a 3rd through 5th grade elementary proposal to the community. It was not supported, but we are undaunted. We are back at it again this fall. So the community will once again have a 3rd through 5th grade proposal to consider. The price has dropped, it's now under $50 million. The impact on a $250,000 residential home is only $7.16 a month. That's basically the cost of a fancy coffee drink at one of the drive-thrus. And as you think about this, I want you to consider it to be a fiscally responsible option for some challenges that we face as a district. Both McKinley and Adams are 85 years old. They are inadequate, they are obsolete and compared to modern school design and instructional practice. The world has changed a lot in 85 years, and education has changed a lot along with it. When you think about the reasons to support this, I want you to think Safe Schools, so it's an acronym. Safe, S is for safety, parking, secure entryway, separate bus and car pickup and drop-off lanes, and this would allow us to put a full-time administrator into each of our elementary schools. A, appropriate academic spaces for learning, support for needed special ed areas, title areas, English language learner areas, music rehearsal spaces. These are all areas that need augmenting in our current facilities. F is for facilities, adequately sized core spaces, cafeterias, gymnasiums, media centers. Physical space, green space. And finally, E for economics and operational efficiency. It is far more efficient for us to operate one building instead of 2 buildings. The estimated cost to do some renovation for McKinley and Adams, $15 million. That is just taking updates to casework, asphalt, sidewalks, fencing, etc. It does nothing to change the layout of the buildings. The lots are too small for us to expand. $15 million. This proposal will cost under 50. If the community decides to kick the can down the road, which is an option, let's say that you kick the can down the road 20-some years, at 4% average increase, inflationary increase in construction costs per year, that facility would cost this community upwards of $115 to $120 million. So in some respects, the community has a decision to pay now or pay later, but the issues are not going to go away. We are extremely appreciative of all the support that this community gives our public school system. Thank you for all that you do, and have a great year.
Well, good morning, everyone. Chris Schulke, Ottertail County Historical Society. So there's a couple things I want to talk about. Fall, of course, is one of our favorite times of year, and we have 2 tours, programs coming up. So put this, Gene Bowman, I'm glad you put it on your calendar, okay? So Saturday, October 19th, 11 a.m., we are doing a tour of the Fergus Falls State Hospital Cemetery and Poor Farm Cemetery, which are adjacent to one another. And so that's one of people have endless fascination with that facility, not only at the state hospital, but of course the over 3,200 burials at the cemetery. So we talked about that, and of course the Poor Farm cemetery, which is even more forgotten than the State Hospital Cemetery. So look for our Facebook. That's Saturday, October 19th, 11 o'clock. You'll park behind the veterans' home, and that's where we will start. So it's a walking tour. Wear your shoes, just quite a bit of walking, and comfortable shoes, and dress for the weather. And then on Friday, October 25th, we are doing our Haunted Museum Stories, true, scary, weird tales from Otter Tail County history. We are doing 3 shows, as we did last year, at 2, 5, and 7. That's at the Historical Society. And we are pre-registering, so look for information as we get that out. And again, we have some fascinating tales from Otter Tail County. And I think if you've lived here for any length of time, what's one of the more famous tales at this time of year people want to hear about?
Pig farm.
Pig farm, that's right, that's all I'm going to say. And then also we still have our resort exhibit up through December, Otter Tail County Resorts, really nice exhibit. And we just opened yesterday a retrospective of the work of Steve Janish on the 10th anniversary of his passing, including photos of one of the works that are here on campus by Steve Janish. Should I tell you? People can find it. It's one of the metal works here. So Steve Janish was a metal worker and blacksmith, but just a very, very talented artist as well. And then, Katie Gano, we are having, October is Museums and Galleries Month, okay? And Katie and a couple others have put together a passport, which will allow, you can get at each of our facilities, and you can have prizes, allows you admission. So this is a collaborative project with the Otter Tail County Historical Society, Otter Cove, Children's Museum, the Cadets Galleries, and Lake Region Arts Council. So, talk about culture, and we have all these great recreational opportunities in Fergus Falls, but we also have great cultural opportunities as well. So October is Museums and Galleries Month. That's it, Lisa. Thank you. Yes.
I was afraid I was going to have to raffle off some time to Chris, but I didn't have to. I am Mary Whittaker. I am here today on behalf of Our Lady of Victory Church. And I am so excited to say that our fall festival, there is a beautiful flyer on your tables regarding it if you want to follow along. But this Sunday is the Mac Daddy of Fun Day Sundays, okay? So if you're looking for a fun, family-oriented opportunity, this Sunday is your opportunity at Our Lady of Victory. For those of you that are new, you hear the OLV that people have been referring to from scouting and other places, and that is Our Lady of Victory. I always wanted to add the tagline, sounds like a winner. But anyway. It's early, come on guys! I've had my coffee. All right, we are so excited. This is the one Sunday a year that we have our turkey dinner and trimmings. For those of you that know, the fish fries come up in the February-March time, but the turkey dinner with all the trimmings, we still do the homemade pies. So I'm just saying, if you like church dinners, they run from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We do offer drive-through. It'll have a credit card option there. But you can also sit down and have a family dinner as well on Sunday. Our grand raffle drawing will be at 2 p.m. I have tickets. So if any of you are interested, I'd love to sell these 10 while I'm here today. Catch me afterward and I'd be happy to sell you a raffle ticket. Grand prize, $5,000. We used to do the car thing. We used to raffle off a car. Instead now, since the pandemic, we've been doing cash. So grand prize is $5,000, but there are a number of $1,000 prizes as well as all kinds. We have dozens and dozens of prizes just for buying one $25 ticket. So do catch me afterward. We have bingo that day. We have a meat raffle, beer and wine garden, silent auction. As businesses, if you're interested in contributing to our silent auction, catch me afterward as well, or you can just drop it by anytime between today and Saturday to the church, and we'd be happy to have that on our silent auction. The country store with homemade goodies and all kinds of produce. Our cakewalk. If you know the cakewalk, we still do a cakewalk. It's absolutely awesome. You get a chance to win a cake every time you do the game. Children's raffle, blow-up toys, all kinds of fun stuff. We'll be right across the street at the parking lot of OLB School. And a quilt raffle. We'll even have a split the pot most likely too, and all kinds of other fun stuff. Any questions? Yeah, there's my yellow, but any questions? Gonna have a great time, be a winner, show up at Our Lady of Victory on Sunday. Great to see you all.
All right, so as I mentioned at the beginning, that you were guaranteed or your money back to learn something you didn't know before. Raise your hand if you learned something today that you didn't know before. Yeah, isn't that awesome? Like, you guys are the people in the community that know the most right now. That's amazing. So get out there and share the good news. I'm thrilled that you joined us today for Chamber Cafe. Hope you'll mark on your calendar. Our next Chamber Cafe will be on Thursday, November 14th. We will be at Lakes Country Service Cooperative. And that day too is the State of the Community event at the Bigwood Event Center. So registration has not opened for that yet, but that is a partnership between the Chamber, the City of Fergus Falls, Otter Tail County, and Greater Fergus Falls. So I hope to see you again November 14th, but also beforehand at some of these other great community events. As a reminder, when it comes to those community events, the Chamber members can post those events on the Chamber's website at fergusfalls.com. So just a little plug to remind you to post those special events, sales, job postings, hot deals. Those can all be posted on the Chamber's website. We get thousands of visitors every month to our new website. Plus, they also automatically get posted to the Chamber's social media pages too. So one stop and double promotion for you. Another reminder too, just check into the Ignite Community Leadership Program. We'd be happy to have a conversation with you about that, fill in more details. And before I send you off to have an amazing day, we're going to draw for some half the cash. And what are the rules? Has to spend it locally. Lots of places that you can go. So today we have an envelope with a mystery amount of money in it. Gotta make sure it's legal, right? Legit. Our winner is Mary Whittaker. Alrighty, well again, I hope everyone has a fantastic day. And if you see people around town with wristbands on, they're probably here from Wissota. Just give them a welcome and find out where they're from. We had a great time out there. Rolando and I were there yesterday, welcoming fans and so many people from South Dakota. So again, everyone have a fantastic rest of your day.